The Apple AirPods 3rd generation, are they an upgrade? Are they a downgrade? Or are they neither? Let's find out. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. And if this is your first time here to this channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you smash that subscribe button with all notifications turned on so that you never missed another video on the channel. And if you've been here before, or if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Yes, indeed, we do have the Apple AirPods here, the 3rd generation of the Apple AirPods that we've been using and falling in love over the last several years. But what has really changed with the AirPods 3rd generation, and are they really worth checking out? That's what we're here to find out. First things first, I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Apple for sending over a pair of the AirPods 3rd generation for me to check out and review. So Apple, thank you, I appreciate you. And with that having been said, let's get right into it. Let's start things out as we often do, talking about the design of the AirPods 3rd generation and what changes have been made to the actual look of them. So here's the thing with the new AirPods. If you were to take the AirPods 2nd generation and the AirPods Pro, and they were to fall in love and have a baby, what you would get is quite literally the AirPods 3rd generation. And what I mean by this is that you're getting a shorter stem on the new AirPods. You are also getting force sensor pinch controls, just like you get on the AirPods Pro. And you're also getting a redesign of the body part of the earbud itself, which is much more like the AirPods Pro, just without the silicone ear tip that creates that seal in your ear on the AirPods Pro. And for some people, that's gonna be a feature in and of itself, just being able to put these into your ear really quickly without having to worry about creating any kind of seal. You're getting that simple place, twist, and play to start listening to your audio. Could not be simpler. But it's also important to point out that you are getting an IPX4 sweat and water resistance rating on both the AirPods themselves and the new AirPods charging case. And in terms of the charging case itself, it's still a flip-top design. It's actually very similar, if not identical in size, to the AirPods 2nd generation case, but clearly this one is opening up horizontally, whereas this one opens up with a vertical orientation. And you still do get wireless charging on the AirPods 3 charging case, but this time around, this charging case is actually MagSafe compatible. And MagSafe has really grown on me. It's something I'm starting to use more and more. Yes, wireless charging was pretty simple to begin with, but now with having those magnets line up within the MagSafe charger and MagSafe compatible Apple products, placing your product down on a MagSafe charger takes even less thinking out of the wireless process, so I'm a fan. And to finish everything off with the 3rd generation AirPods, you are getting a whole host of different sensors built in. That means you are getting dual beamforming microphones for audio quality. You're also getting skin detect sensors and motion and speech accelerometers, which all play into the AirPods performance and experience that we are about to break down. But these are AirPods. They do have those sensors we just mentioned. So what's the deal with the performance of the AirPods, and how could you actually expect them to sound and work when you're using them? One huge upgrade I'm gonna say right out of the gate is the fact that you now get spatial audio support on the new AirPods. If you have not yet experienced spatial audio, you need to. It just adds such an immersive layer to your movie watching or TV show watching experience, and also with music if that's your thing. So to get it with the AirPods 3rd generation here, pretty awesome. But like I mentioned earlier, you are also getting those pinch controls on the stem of the new AirPods, which means you could actually control your tracks simply just by pinching on the stem, which is a big upgrade over the tap controls we've had in the 2nd generation AirPods. I've just found the pinch controls to be so much easier to use, a lot more responsive, and you actually get a little feedback, like a little click feedback when you're actually pinching it, which is easier to obviously feel if you put in the right control for whatever it is you're trying to do. I would still like to see some kind of on-earbud volume implementation. I know this is somewhat a rarity still these days with most earbuds, but it's just something I love to have. We don't have this in the AirPods Pro, so it's not surprising that we don't have on-AirPod volume control on the regular AirPods here, but hopefully in the future, with the next generation AirPods Pro or the next generation of the AirPods, we get a way to actually control that. But still, one of the best features of the AirPods 3rd generation is the fact that they are AirPods. And what I mean by this is that if you've tried AirPods before, especially if you're using them with your Apple connected devices, it is quite literally this simple. You take your iPhone, you take your AirPods, you open them up, boom. Popping up, ready to go. You can even see the battery percentages which by the way reminds me I have to actually charge this case. And that is the main reason why I always have a pair of AirPods on deck when I'm about to go on a call, if I'm about to be in a video conference, because they're so easy to use with my connected device, so simple to set up, they're reliable, they work great. So the AirPods' best feature is the fact that they are AirPods. But I know these are still earbuds, so one thing we have to pay attention to is sound quality. So how do the new AirPods 3rd generation actually sound? With the AirPods 3rd generation, you are getting a custom high excursion Apple driver, a custom high dynamic range amplifier, and adaptive EQ built in, but there is still no way to fine tune or adjust the EQ balance with the AirPods, so what you hear is quite literally what you get right out of the box. They're gonna have their own EQ balance on top of course, that adaptive EQ that's supposed to tweak the EQ on the fly based on whatever you're listening to. The AirPods 3rd generation definitely have a sound quality that I could appreciate. They sound better than I expected they would. They're definitely better than the AirPods 2nd generation, without a doubt, but they're not quite as good as the AirPods Pro, which I guess isn't surprising here for two reasons. One, these are the AirPods Pro, but also because these have active noise cancellation, which I think adds to your listening experience and makes it a little bit more superior. But specifically with the AirPods 3rd generation, what are we looking at here? Well, there's actually a decent amount of bass, more bass than I was expecting, and it is a realistic bass. Overall, there is a well-executed separation of the different parts of the EQ spectrum. You could hear the bass, you could hear the mids, you could hear the highs, with details, especially in the mids and the highs that I wasn't expecting, but all without those different parts of the EQ spectrum muddying out or kind of taken away from the others. So that's kind of the most basic way I could explain the new AirPods. They sound decent, they sound solid, definitely not the best sounding pair of earbuds I've tried, and in fact, if you're going to be looking at price points and comparing directly the AirPods to other earbuds, you could probably do better if you want to get a pair of earbuds for sound quality alone. But I know what you're thinking, all of this is only as good for however long the AirPods last for, so what's the battery life? And how long can you expect the AirPods to last on single charges? Well, Apple is promising up to 6 hours of listening time without spatial audio enabled, 5 hours of listening time with spatial audio enabled, and 4 hours of talk time. And you are getting 4 additional full recharges built into the AirPods charging case battery itself as well, so that brings your totals up to as far as 30 hours of listening time total in this package. And in case you're wondering, with the AirPods 3rd generation, yes, you are once again getting fast charge, which means if your AirPods are ever drained, the AirPods themselves are dead. If you have some battery left in the charging case, you just put the AirPods into the charging case, close it up, leave it. 5 minutes later, you'll actually have 1 hour's worth of listening time on just that 5-minute charge. And like we mentioned earlier, these are MagSafe compatible, so you can just pop them onto a MagSafe charger. And that's pretty much all there is to say about the battery. I mean, I guess you could argue, you could always wish the battery's a little bit better, but 5 to 6 hours, not bad. I'll take that, even though there's no ANC on these. And then with the 4 additional recharges, numbers I like to see. So the battery, it's good. But with all this having been said, here are my final thoughts on the AirPods 3rd generation and whether or not I think they would be a good fit for you. If you're coming from the AirPods 2nd generation, you are getting some key upgrades in the 3rd generation that probably do make the AirPods 3rd generation worth upgrading to. With that spatial audio, with that better sound quality, with those pinch controls, there's a lot going on with the AirPods 3rd generation that do make them better than the AirPods 2nd generation. But, and you probably saw this one coming, I do not think that it would be any kind of upgrade coming from the AirPods Pro to the AirPods 3rd generation. That's not what the AirPods 3rd generation are supposed to be. The better way of looking at this actually is assuming that the AirPods 3rd generation is meant to be a stripped down version of the AirPods Pro. That's basically what you're getting here. But as always, if you guys are interested in finding out more about the AirPods 3rd generation, you guys can always head to my affiliate link, bmac.link/AirPods3, bmac.link/AirPods3, or as always, there will be a clickable link in the video description box below as well, so be sure to check that out. And I've actually got a bunch of movies and TV shows to catch up on, so you know how this goes. Gonna enable that spatial audio, immerse myself in the movies, in the TV shows. That was a little dramatic. I will see you guys in my next video. Spatial audio. I feel like that's how it should actually be pronounced. You can't just say spatial audio. You gotta go spatial audio. That'd get old real quick.